Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the latest edition of the Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar Podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Elyachar, the chief content producer and writer of jakestake.com, a pop culture entertainment news website. Before we get started with our conversation today, if you're listening to this on our audio version, please give us a 5-star rating and please subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, please give us a thumbs up and also please subscribe and comment below. I am thrilled to welcome our latest guest. She is a singer and songwriter. You could have caught her on television in Chasing Destiny, Jimmy Kimmel Live, and Not Safe Show with Nikki Glaser. As of this recording, she has over 28,000 Instagram followers. So please help me welcome the fabulous Jaeden Zoe to the podcast.
Hi. What's going on?
It's going great. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to talk to me today, Jaeden. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
All right, Jaeden, so let's get started, shall we? So when did you get interested in performing? How did that passion evolve into desire to pursue a career in the entertainment industry?
Like when I say it one more time.
When did you get interested in performing? And how did that passion evolve into desire to pursue a career in the entertainment industry?
When did I get interested? It was when I went to the Apollo. Like, I saw the crowd when I performed when I was 9 years old in front of, it was probably, I would say it was like 15,000 people or probably less. It was a full theater and it was televised. I was 9 years old and I was like, I need this life. Like, I need to perform in front of everybody. Like, I love this. Like, I love what's going on. I love how this makes me feel. And the craziest part was I was shy, but what inspired me was the cheers and the applause and people that, was interested in actually seeing, talented. And I didn't even start with music. It was a dance group that I was in. And that's when I knew I was like, this is something that I want to do. I want to be in front of a crowd. I want to show my talents. I want to be able to perform because I'm hype off of adrenaline. Like, that's me. I love adrenaline.
I love a lot of adrenaline too. And by the way, I just segued in perfectly to my next question. So you were part of the Ingersol Dance Troupe, and you did perform on Apollo. So what did that mean? Because not a lot of performers our age say that they have performed on the Apollo Theater.
What do it mean to me?
Yes.
Like, it's amazing. Like, growing up, like, I'm from New York, born and raised. And so we used to watch Apollo all the time on television. And when I used to watch it, I always was saying, I want to be on that. I was like, I want to be this girl. I want to be that person that didn't get booed by the Sandman. I didn't want to get booed by that, but but I was like, I want to go on there. I want to show my talents. This is a local thing for, New Yorkers. It's very inspirational. A lot of great talent came from out of there. And I was like, I want to be that. I want to be a part of something that's a part of history. And I don't know how I even, I know because I took the steps to get there with my dance group when I was 9, but it's just magical because not everyone get that chance. But what it means to me is just that I was a part of history and that I know that I'm destined to do what I'm doing today and to inspire other people because God does not bless us with things that, that's not meant for us. So that was really important for me. So I'll just say, the Apollo Theater just definitely changed my life from being a dancer, doing choreography to be like, okay, I could do this for my music. Like, I want to be on here for music. I want to see where this goes musically. You know what I'm saying?
I know you're saying because the thing is, I just want to let you know, I was in New York from June 2017 at the pandemic to May 2021. And one of the things that memories I have is seeing the Apollo, and it was actually a tribute. And it was a taping of a show called One Night Only that featured a lot of great performers.
Right. It's like magical being at the Apollo. Like, my first time there, I was like, I went from watching it every night on television to actually performing on that stage. I was terrified. I was scared, but it was so cool to say, like, dang, like, I feel like I walked through the television screen. Like,
that is just incredible to have that story because I said before, lots of people dream being there, but only a very few select few get that opportunity. So I'm so happy that you had that opportunity, Jaeden.
Thank you.
So, in addition to performing at the Apollo on the Apollo Theater stage, you also performed on several shows such as BET's Chasing Destiny, Jimmy Kimmel Live, and Not Safe Show with Nikki Glaser. So, how do these opportunities help you grow as a performer?
It helped me grow because when I moved to California, I did not want to I had no desire to be an actress, which is so crazy to me. I moved to California and I wanted to pursue music, and I was pursuing music. I was doing a lot of videos and commercials and things like that pertaining to the music world. But I had an agent at the time, and her name was Tammy B. She was so great, and she was like, you have personality for television. Would you like to do Chasing Destiny for BET with Kelly Rowland? And I looked at her and I was like, but it's a singing show. And I was like, absolutely. Mind you, I was still in this realm of being like shy. Like, I wasn't an established artist. I wasn't an established artist at that time of like, I can go on stage with 50, 60, 70,000 people and just rock it. Like, I was like still figuring out my artistry at this time. So me going on that show and be around other artists that are actually talented as well and performed for bigger shows, or even I got to be inspired, I got to sing with them. It was kind of cool, but also inspiring at the same time to say, okay, this is something that I can apply to my now career as a musician, because it helps me, say, okay, well, if I could do this, I could do that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I could either, because maybe it's different when you're an artist at home and you're recording music in a studio, and then when you have to record, when you go do a show and everyone is reciting your lyrics at this concert, you're like, so you know the song. We never know who's listening to us. We never know how much we influence a crowd or how we impact the crowd. But when I was on that show and I was working with Kelly Rowland, I had Vince Vaughn actually reverse the show and actually talk about me, and then working with Nikki Glaser, it was almost like, wow, like they see something in me that I kind of don't see in myself as an actress, but that means that I'm ready to go to the next level. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, and these names are really good, but like, I can't believe that you dropped Kelly Rowland, Vince Vaughn, and Nikki Glaser in the same sentence.
Yeah, like, I mean, that is crazy to me because first of all, Kelly Rowland is so amazing, by the way. Like, I love working with her. It was a fun experience. It was 6 a.m. I am not a morning person, but I woke up. I did the show. We killed it. It was fun. And then I did Jimmy Kimmel Live before I did Kelly Rowland. And I didn't know that I knew I was gonna be on television with Kelly Rowland, but Jimmy Kimmel. But I didn't know it was gonna be aired the same day. Right? So I just went on the show. I looked like shit. Can I curse on here?
You can.
Okay, well, I looked like shit. I had like a mohawk and a crop top sweat shirt and a like gray sweats and some Chuck Taylors that was dirty. And I was just strolling through Hollywood, just chilling. And Sal, or one of the producers with Jimmy Kimmel, was like, hey, would you like to be on the show? And I was like, you're lying. Like, I'm not paying you no mind. So I kept walking and it was like, no, for real. Like, would you like to be on Jimmy Kimmel Live? This is when it was on Hollywood Boulevard. And we were playing Foreigner or Not. So I was like, okay, like, I have nothing to do today. Like, why not, right? So I went on the show. I didn't think anything of it. But I forgot, and I'm being honest, like, I forgot that it was actually live. Like, so I went on the show. Everyone was like my mom, my aunts, everyone was like, you were on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Mind you, so when I got home, after we played Foreigner or Not, that's when Vince Vaughn had said something about me on the show playing Foreigner or Not, because it's like usually like 6 or 7 players or whatever for the show. And Vince Vaughn was like, okay, the girl that was singing, no, someone gives her a recording contract right now. And I didn't know that until I got home, and my sister was like, Jimmy Kimmel, Vince Vaughn stopped the entire show just to say someone needs to give her a recording contract. And that's when I was like, okay.
That's just unreal because
it's so cool.
Who knew? Because the name is Sal, it reminds me so much of Jimmy Kimmel's Cousin Sal, and
Yeah,
I think
that's
that
Cousin
must have been.
Sal. It was Cousin Sal.
Oh my God, I can't believe I got. That's pretty cool to see Cousin
Yes,
Sal say.
Cousin Sal. It was so much fun.
I know it's so much fun, and for Vince Vaughn to say, give someone or stop the show and say, give you a recording contract, that's just unreal.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is really cool. It was really cool. And then even working with Nikki Glaser for the Not Safe show, and I think that was one of her first shows on Comedy Central on her own as a comedian, I believe. And I got to work with her on that project, and I was like, wow, this is like crazy. Like I'm on Comedy Central right now, like like I like to be funny, but I'm like, wait, like this is stuff that I watch. Like, so to actually move somewhere and actually get these opportunities to be a part of something really awesome of other people's inspirational goals is just dope.
Absolutely, absolutely. I got to go back to Kelly Rowland because I would love to see her perform one of these days. I love When Love Takes Over. It's one of my all-time favorite jams. And Commander with David Guetta, her work with David Guetta, it's second to none.
Yes. I love David Guetta. David Guetta is one of my favorites. I used to live in Las Vegas, Nevada, so David Guetta had a residency there, and I think it was at the Omnia. And so I used to go to Omnia nightclub, and David Guetta used to be there. I was like, I love him because ever since the song with Rihanna, We Found Love, and then like, listen, I am a David Guetta fan.
Same with me. I wish that there was a David Guetta and Friends tour. Kelly Rowland, Nick Sia, Nikki, all of them just doing a nonstop hits.
Sickening. That would be sickening. That would be pretty fun. Like, to be honest, that would be like fire.
Absolutely. So we got to get back to our conversation. So you've had the opportunity to do a lot of incredible things since moving to Los Angeles. But however, I know from going from one coast to another, there must be some challenges that you faced along the way. So what were some of the challenges that you faced throughout your career, getting into your career and getting into the industry, and how do you overcome those obstacles?
Well, some of the challenges that I did have was finding my team. I always had trouble finding a team because I'm an unusual artist. Like, I like to do everything. And I feel like the industry, a lot of people are very tedious, but also very scared to work with universal artists or international artists. I can go from singing to rapping to playing guitar to bouncing back to doing something real airy and R&B, neo soul. And I feel like a lot of people in the industry growing up, the challenge that I deal with was a lot of people were scared to work with an artist like me because I was very versatile. Back in the days, being versatile wasn't cool. Like, it was like, okay, you're all over the place. I was told that from an A&R from Rock Nation that I was all over the place with my artistry. And what's so crazy about that is that I don't think that I was all over the place. I think that as a songwriter, when you hear a beat, you can write to anything. It's called talent. And a lot of people in this industry don't look for talent anymore. They look for what's hot. So that's my challenges that I had as an independent artist. But now, being in my light now and knowing who I am and accepting who I am as an artist and not listening to, what the industry kind of really is looking for. Because, now the industry, you can get lit off of, Instagram or TikTok or something like that. But like for me, like I have the right team now. I overcame my obstacles of that by building my team gradually. I never rush. I like to take my time. I have a really dope team. My manager is awesome. My label's awesome. And even though I'm in a different city, I moved from New York to LA to Houston, Texas. I feel like I'm a people person. I like to have fun. I like to turn up. I like to perform. I love different people. Like I don't feel like I have any challenges anymore as far as like artistry, but there's always going to be a challenge with traveling. Because you have to a city has to get to know you. Like a lot of people in Houston I don't really go hang out in a hot spots too much. I'm there and I'm gone. I'm there and I'm gone. So a lot of people, they see me, but it's kind of like vacation. Like, oh, she probably dipped in and dipped out. But that's kind of just my personality. That's just who I am. But as far as like, my team wise and networking, everything is going great. Like I overcame a lot of challenges by just settling for a dope team, good energy. It's very important for good energy for me, and just being with people that are in my best interest, and not just somebody that just want to do something that's hot right now. I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. I don't want to be that girl. I'm different. I want to stay different. I don't want to go on TikTok and be. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I'm happy that I'm with a great team that understands that side of me, and it's gonna push me to the top, being who I am. So
I'm glad to hear it, because the thing is, I don't do TikTok as well, so that's good. I think TikTok is like a huge waste of time, and for someone that's productivity that has a lot on their plates, that's one. Number two, I'd rather listen to someone who has authentic voice. Yes, I do look. Yes, numbers are nice, but it's talent.
Right. And I'm not trying to be like biased or weird or funny style or nothing for other artists, but I just feel like everyone sounds the same. I don't want to do what everybody else is doing. I don't want to twerk on headlights. I can, but I don't want to. I want my voice to project in my music. I want you to feel the vibe. I want you to, be able to vibe out, drink your wine, coast out to, I want you to feel the vibe that I feel. Like when I'm happy, I'm happy. I want y'all to feel that happiness. I want you guys to feel that energy that I'm trying to exude through my music, that I feel for myself when I'm driving down the PCH in Malibu, and when I'm roller skating from Venice Beach to freaking Malibu. Literally, I would roller skate from Venice Beach to Malibu. Like I'm that's my vibe, and I want you guys to feel that through my music when you hear that, when you listen to that. And a lot of people, just want to be the next person to what they heard before. I don't want to be that. I'm staying in my lane from what I've been doing. Who loves me, loves me. Whoever don't, that's your business. That's not mine.
I totally agree, because the thing is, I rather stay in my lane as well. But however, going down to Venice Beach to Malibu, oh my God, that saves you by roller skates. That's just that's just amazing, and also saves you some time on the 405.
Yes, no traffic. You might have a little, little bump here and there on the road. But no, it's so awesome. Like I love roller skating on a PC. Well, not on the PCA, sorry, but like the skate and bike route from Venice Beach to Malibu. It's so beautiful. The mountains, the hazy, clouds over the beach. It is my vibe. I love it. Everyone is happy and just ready to just live life. I love that energy, and that's the type of energy I want to exude through my music, so people can feel something different. I feel like a lot of music now is about guys and girls hating each other. It's kind of like, can we fall in love again?
I totally agree. It's like either angry breakup anthems or sorrow breakup anthems.
Right.
Like, what happened to the EDM music of like,
right?
Let's party. Let's not get drunk. Let's have a great time. Let's celebrate life.
Right. Everything is like so like sad and like turned down. It's kind of like, it's not that serious. Like let's relax. But see, it's all a wave. Like every time somebody hears something that's hot, somebody wants to jump on that same wave of hotness. And it's kind of like everyone's scared to be different. But they call it different, but it's not. Every song sounds the same. You can't tell from none of the artists today.
Here's the thing. I got to say, I give respect to the several artists that really step forward and do that. I got to say, give Lady Gaga her props.
Yes.
I got to give Post Malone his props.
Yes, I love Post Malone. Oh my God, I love Post Malone.
And I got to give Lil Nas X his props as well, because those three, I got to say, have really stood up and have shaken the game.
Yes, and I love that. First of all, I love Lil Nas X. One of my friends that I know have done some background dances for him and his latest concerts, and I'm like, he has a concert coming out October 11th here in Houston, and it's already sold out. It's been sold out from like freaking like 3 weeks ago. Like grand. Like he has a show, a performance. He puts his visuals to life. I love that. I love real artists. I love Division. I love Chris Brown. Chris Brown is one of my favorite artists. He's one of my idols. Who else? I love Drake. I love where Drake's going with his music as far as like versatility, doing house now, doing, hip hop, doing trap. I think that's fire. I love Afro beats and I love soca. So, coming from Canada, that's where, him and Party Next Door and OVO. Party Next Door is also my favorite artist. So it's a lot of artists that are doing some really cool stuff, but they're not in mainstream like media because of what people overpopulate as what's hot. You know what I'm saying? So being different is always good. You always want to stand out. No one's making timeless music, but I'm here. The industry needs me.
And we're glad to have you, because the thing is, I've been going through my music reviews. There's been some great artists. There's been some awful artists. There's been some fabulous gems. There's going to be like, why did they not leave it on the cutting room floor?
Right. Not the cutting room floor.
Awesome. So speaking of music, we got to talk about What Is Love. I love the song. I want to be public. I told you off the camera, but I want to be public now. Okay. I love What Is Love. So I told you off camera there are 3 songs that this song remind me of, the hybrid. So you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
I heard elements of Brandi Carlile's The Story.
Okay.
Robin's Show Me Love, the slow version of that song. And then Rihanna's Music of the Sun.
So this is like top artists. Like, you're not saying like no around the way. We're talking about top artists. Okay, let's get the vibes going. That's awesome.
Thank you. Awesome. So I would love to learn the story behind What Is Love. What is the story behind it?
You know what? The craziest part is there's no true story behind the song, but it's a story behind the message. Everyone wants to know what love is, but everyone has different rules and regulations to love and what love is and standards. And so when I was writing that song, I didn't even write the song. I literally just sat at home. I have an in-home studio and I just freestyled. I just went with the vibe of the track. That's what I do when I write music. I go according to the vibe of the track and the melody, and that track just gave me that vibe. So when I was working on that particular record, like, it was 3:00 in the morning, I had my wine, Pinot Grigio to be exact, and I was just like, I want to do something more sentimental. Like, I do a lot of like upbeat songs, feel good music, and I was like, I want to either do something lo-fi or more like neo soul or pop soul. And at that time, I was looking for lo-fi beats because I wanted to work on a lo-fi record. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to work on a lo-fi record because I found this. So I'm going to remix that and make it into like pop soul. And as I started working on the song, I started freestyling the lyrics. I said, this is dope. I was like, because in my head, like, how I write music now, I used to write music without instrumentals. I used to write and then put it to it. However, but when I was writing this particular song, I had got the beat first and I freestyled and I listened back to it. I said, no, I have to send this to Jay. Jay is the president of the label that I'm on. I said, I have to send this to Jay. And I sent it to him. He was like, this has to be the single. And I fell in love because that's really me. I don't have much of my older stuff out because I had took most of my stuff offline because I'm in the process of rebranding as an artist. But in 2012 and 2013, I always play guitar. I have 2 guitars. I have electric and I have acoustic guitar. It's actually still on YouTube, which is crazy. It's deep in there. I had performed for a theater, like a Broadway theater meetup. It was like a line reading, and they had like some artists come by or whatever, and I actually performed for them in Times Square, New York City. And I was playing guitar, and it's this song. It's called You'll Be Okay. And I literally wrote like maybe a hook, 2 verses, like a 1-minute song, freestyled, and I made it into a song. And it was like one of my best songs when in like 2012. It was that and Flash for Jaeden. Half of New York City knows me for Flash for Jaeden. That was like 7 years ago, which is crazy to me. So when I was writing What Is Love, I feel like that's like the new Flash for Jaeden for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a new start of like, okay, she's back and she's singing vocal cords.
You have a phenomenal voice, Jaeden. Probably one of the best voices I've heard in a while.
Thank you. Don't gas me up. Oh my God.
All right, I won't gas you up anymore. All right, so I would love to learn about some of those. If you can you preview some of your debut album to my audience?
Yes. So some of the records on my debut album.
Yes.
So this particular album, because as I told you earlier in this interview, that a lot of people were scared of versatility. I'm giving you guys versatile. I have some house music on there. I have some neo-soul pop on there. I have some Afro beats on there. I have some hip hop on there. So I want to give vibes. I want to give Party in the Hills, Malibu, California, good vibes, good energy, rolling with your roof down, good energy. Like, that's what I'm going towards with this project, because everything that the industry and everybody else around me said I can do, I want to project that into this project. So this is why I'm going off. It's gonna be dope. I think you guys are gonna love it. It's gonna be, this record is gonna be fire. It's just one record that I have on there that I cannot wait for you guys to hear. It's like, if I could compare it to an artist, it will be Kanye West mixed with Sade.
Ooh, that's a good combination. That's
like a Kanye West Sade. This record is so fire, and I can't wait for the world to hear this. I cannot wait for the world to hear this record. Like, I listen to it all the time. I'm like, I want to just release it right now.
Awesome.
But I swear, you guys are not gonna be disappointed. It's the best. It's so grand. The production of the record, in-house producer, with my team, he is amazing as well. But this beat, I don't know how he made this beat. I don't know what he was thinking about when he made this beat. I don't know what planet he was on, but that beat I feel so connected to. And every time I hear the lyrics, not the lyrics, the beat, and then the lyrics I put to it, it's like effortless. It's like crazy. So I'm excited.
I'm excited for you. So we got to start winding down our conversation. So who are some of your dream collaborators, the singers, the songwriters, the producers, the musicians, and how would they enhance your sound, Jake?
DJ Khaled. Number one, I have to be on a DJ Khaled album, because I have the quality to be on a DJ Khaled album. Like, he's very inspiring. Like, his story from being in Miami and, having all these features on his album. He put a lot of different acts together, which is like crazy. Acts you would never think will be on the same song. It's crazy. But yeah, I want to be on a DJ Khaled album. But I would say I would love to collab with Lenny Kravitz. I would say Rihanna, of course. I love her. Rihanna is like my spirit animal. I met her a few years back, and she was really awesome. I did the Met Gala with her. Met Gala, however everybody likes to say that. Everyone say it so different. So let me just, before y'all roast my boots, let me say it both ways. No, but I met her at one of the private parties that she had in New York City, and she was awesome. Let's see. I would love to work with Drake for sure. Party Next Door, absolutely. I would love for Party Next Door to actually write a song for me, because I'm very open to collaborating. Like, I'm not one of those artists that be like, I need to write every song, even though I know I can. But I love working with other artists and seeing their art come to life with, a voice like mine. You know what I'm saying? Because that just takes me to a whole other level that I thought that I could never do. You just never know when you put like 80 hits together. But let's see who else. Beyonce, of course. Big Frida. Let's go to New Orleans and Louisiana. Love Big Frida. That's auntie. I
love Big Frida's version of Judas. It's fire.
Yes, I love Big Frida. That's my girl. Love her to the everything of me. Beyonce, of course. Rita Ora. I need to do a song with Rita Ora. Like, I have to. It's a must. Nicki Minaj for sure. I need to. Me and Nicki got some words. We definitely have to work. Who else? It's a few that I like that I'm truly inspired. I love Tinashe. This is the type of artist that I listen to that I'm inspired by, which a lot of people be like, you listen to Tinashe? Like, I haven't heard a song from her in a minute. And I'm like, she just sung the Super Bowl 2 days ago. She outside. I love Tinashe. She's a great writer. It's so many that I could name right now, but those are my top that I can honestly say, like, I need to do songs. Now, if 3LW was still a group to this day, I'll be with 3LW, like, let's do something. Destiny's Child, let's do something. I'm the type of girl or artist that'll be like, can I get Kelly, Beyonce, and Michelle to come and do a song with me?
That would be wonderful to do that.
Person. Like, when I think of artistry, like, I'm like, let's bring Destiny Child back for a feature. That's sickening.
I would actually, another group that I would love to see you with is En Vogue.
It's who?
En Vogue.
Yes. First of all, me and En Vogue would actually act up. That would be so grand. Like, I always think about stuff like that. Like, you know, like TLC, En Vogue, like, you know, it's if I was to do, I would bring those vibes back. So once I reach that level to be able to say, hey, Beyonce, can you get Kelly Rowland and Michelle in my office? Let's do a record. That's bringing energy. Like, I want to do a feature with Destiny's Child. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's bring back my childhood. You know
Same with me. I was like,
B2K, let's do a record. Mind you. Yeah, like I would do a record with B2K right now. I was actually supposed to do the Millennium Tour. When it first started talking about it, but I had moved to New York. I was in New York at the time, and I was like, dang, I won't be able to do this tour because it started really small. Before the tour got really big and people knew about it, it was a small tour, and then that's when it came like Chingy and like everybody throwback for me, and I was like, I'm with all the energy. I want to do collaborations with all the boy band and girl bands from back in the early 2000s, Neo and Lil Flip and T-Pain. Those are features that I want. Sierra. I want to bring back that early 2000s.
I know, those are great names. And and I know we have to get back to Rihanna, but like, I need some new Rihanna music.
Right. Well, Rihanna's a mother now, and I know she got some heat. She's been sitting on some records, so she's gonna release an album soon. But I think she deserves a break. She's a hard-working artist, you know, businesswoman, entrepreneur, Forbes top 1.
Yeah.
So no, I give Rihanna all her flowers. But I would love, because I listen to all her old stuff and I'm like, okay, girl, wait on it. I need a new one. Because I'm like, but the craziest and awesome part about her music is that it's timeless. It will never get old.
Seriously, Umbrella, Disturbia, Please Don't Stop the Music.
Yes,
We Found Love.
Stop the music. Yes, but see, she has vibes that are exuding through speakers everywhere. Like it can be at any festival, party. People, they're gonna know that song. That's what I mean with timeless music. Rihanna probably be like, I don't want to make no music. Look what's outside. No, I'm chill. I'm being funny, but seriously, like I feel like she's just taking a break. But she's gonna pop up. I promise you, 2023, she's gonna have a banging album with some banging features. Her baby father is A$AP Rocky. He's a great writer. He does really great with pop music. Like he does really great with pop music and pop singers. Like he has a song with Tinashe. Hello, talking about Tinashe again. It's called Pretend. It's just that song is just everything. I listen to that song all the time, and it's like from like 7 years ago, but. He has a really good sound, so I know two artists together. I know he's working on something. I promise you.
Awesome. So, last question. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Where can my audience connect with you on social media, and where can they find your music? Hey,
you guys. Okay, so to find me, you guys can tap into my Instagram at JAEDEN Zoe. That's Jaeden Zoe on Instagram. Twitter as well. on Spotify as well. I'm on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, the whole nine. So, but mainly iTunes and Spotify. You guys can definitely find me on there. Instagram, let me know what's up. I'm also on TikTok, Jaeden Zoe, so I'm not hard to find.
Awesome. So, guys, if you missed an episode of the Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar Podcast, visit our channels on Apple Podcasts, Deezer, Google Podcasts, Podcast Addict, Spotify, and Spreaker. Jacob Elyachar, JACOBELYACHAR. Now, are you on social media? Because I'm on social media too. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Jacob Elyachar, JACOBELYACHAR. Once again, Jacob Elyachar, JACOBELYACHAR. And just to let you know, Jaeden, Jakes-Take.com, the blog that started it all, is celebrating 11 years this year.
Woo! 11 years! Why didn't you tell me this earlier? I would have had a cake and balloons and everything and the whole nine. Celebrating the 11 years with you. Hello.
You are part of my legacy, so thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And guys, Jaeden, you are fabulous. Thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to talk with me. I really appreciate it. You are fire. I really am looking forward to this album.
Yes, I cannot wait to drop the album. As soon as I drop the album, I'm going to make sure you guys hear it here first.
Wonderful. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, have a great one, everybody. Bye.